Hello everyone, welcome! Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of GRUB, specifically how to manually load a Linux kernel from the GRUB command line. This is useful when your system fails to boot normally. It can also help you troubleshoot booting issues. We'll go through the necessary steps to get your system up and running. First, let's access the GRUB command line. Typically, you can reach it by pressing C when the GRUB menu appears. Now you're in the GRUB environment. Here's what we need to do next. 1. Identify the root partition. The first step is to tell GRUB where your root partition is located. Use the ls command to list available partitions. For example, ls hd01 / will list the contents of the first partition on the first hard drive. Look for familiar directories like /boot, /etc, or /home. Once you identify the correct partition, note it down. This is crucial for the next steps. 2. Set root. Now, use the set root command. If your root partition is hd01, you would type set root satface hd01. This tells GRUB where to find the kernel and initrd files. 3. Load the kernel. Use the Linux command to load the kernel. You need to specify the path to the kernel image. This is usually located in the /boot directory. The command would look something like this: linux /boot /mlinuz 5.15.0-76 generic root equals /dev /sda1. Replace mlinuz 5.15.0-76 generic with the actual name of your kernel image. Also, replace /dev /sda1 with your actual root device. You can find this information in your /etc/stab file or by using a live Linux environment. For load the initrd initial RAM disk contains drivers needed to mount your root partition. Load it using the initrd command. Similar to the kernel, specify the path to the initrd image. It's also typically in the /boot directory. For instance, initrd /boot /initrd.img 5.15.0-76 generic. Replace initrd.img 5.15.0-76 generic with the correct file name. 5. Boot. Finally, use the boot command to start the system. If everything is configured correctly, your system should boot into your Linux distribution. Remember to double-check the paths and device names to avoid errors. If you encounter issues, GRUB might provide helpful error messages. Use these to debug your configuration. This process allows you to manually intervene in the boot process. It provides you with the tools necessary to troubleshoot problems or even boot into alternative kernels. Experiment with different kernel parameters to see how they affect your system. Understanding these steps is fundamental to system administration and troubleshooting. This empowers you to recover from boot failures. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please give this video a like and share it with your friends. Consider subscribing for more Linux tutorials and system administration tips. Your support helps me create more content like this. Also, feel free to leave any questions or suggestions in the comments below. I always appreciate your feedback.